Man.
Oh, hey there, boys and squirrels. It's a beautiful morning here on our Snapshot 1336a, 13w36a, is that what it is?
13w36a, correct.
Yay! And we're here with
Beautiful one.
Bob. And
On the second part of the snapshot video.
if you came over from Bob's channel, make sure you like the video and subscribe. If you didn't, then you should go over to Bob's channel following this one and check out the first part we did that covered all the flowers and the new blocks and the fishing mechanics that were added in
The annotation above or if on mobile in the description.
the description. Yay!
Yep.
Now today in this video we're going to take a look at all the new biomes that were added in this recent snapshot for 1.7. So let's get started. I broke the button. Let's get started.
Great.
What's our first one?
First we have the Savannah biome.
Savannah, which is actually right where we started off. Savannah's essentially just the plains biome with
The plains biome with cool trees and a different shade of grass.
Yeah, it's just
But
it's
personally,
just
it's my favorite biome of this update just because of the texture. Well, not the texture, the feel of it.
yeah, I like it. It's just the plains biome, but they've taken and they've made the desert grass color go in, and then they've taken jungle wood and oak leaves and made these really cool acacia trees that are slanted and spiraled and stuff. And
Like they've been stood on. Like I said in the previous video.
whee videos. Okay, where we're going to next?
The Red Forest biome.
The Redwood Forest.
So this is Twilight Forest.
Ooh, no, this is the Redwood Forest. As you can tell, the Redwood Forest has these really, really tall spruce trees in it that are like what? They're like some of them are like 2 by 2, and it also has this surface spawning mossy cobblestone, which is great because that means you can get mossy cobblestone without having to deal with dungeons and stuffs. And this is also where you'll find that special dirt block we talked about in the last video that will always be dirt and it will never turn to any form of grass, no matter what. You can find that here as well as the puzzle, which is the pine straw that we also talked about, which kind of looks like the vomity sick stuff. There's also a lot of like little baby spruce saplings. If you don't want to like cut down one of those giant trees to get your spruce saplings, you can just cut.
Also known as ferns.
Oh, these are ferns, aren't they? Never mind. I'm an idiot. But yeah, there's a lot of foliage in here that's nice and yep. Next is swamp? No, we have redwood next. Not redwood. We have
The canyon biomes.
the canyon biomes. Okay.
Also known as the Mesa.
Yay!
Which are currently broken in this snapshot. But at the point of recording, we are in snapshot 13w36a.
A, which recently, just like today, they came out with 13w36b, which fixed the mesas and made.
So there's actually hardened clay instead of just air.
Yep, this is supposed to have layers of hardened clay, which we'll put a picture of what it's supposed to look like here.
Right here, ready?
And so there's supposed to be layers of hardened clay and stained clay to make it look like a painted desert, like what is it, Nevada and stuff like that. And where's where I can't find the floating trees. Where are they at?
Right about here.
Thank you. And there are some mesas. This is actually the Mesa Plateau, and the Mesa Plateaus have these dirt areas with trees and stuff on them, and they're darker trees, and they have more of that permanent dirt stuff all over them.
Correct.
Off to the next biome!
Forest, also known as a roofed forest.
Or the Blackwood Forest, which is over here. It's got a lot of its trees are a lot thicker, and the trees are a lot closer together, so that there's barely any holes in the canopy. It also has mushrooms, giant mushrooms growing in it every so often, and so it really adds to a whimsical feel, and it makes you feel like you're in like the Black Forest from the German fairy tales. So yeah, it's really nice. It's one of my favorite biomes, and on this one, it's really funny. Like this is the most plentiful biome in this world. There's like literally 30 of them. And there was one where it was like dark forest, small little plains biome about 10 blocks wide, and then another dark forest immediately after that. So you shouldn't have any trouble finding dark forest in your worlds if they spawn as regularly as they do in ours. Now right behind us here is the new, not the new, but this is, you little whore. This is actually, never mind, we're going to the ice plains biome apparently.
Which somehow has a lava lake inside of it.
Shh. Anyway, it's the ice plains are just basically a plains biome that's been covered in snow and has spruce trees growing in it instead of oak trees. There's also another variation of this, which is called the ice spikes biome, which we don't have. We couldn't find it, so we'll put a picture
Spent about an
right
hour
about.
trying to find it.
Yeah, we'll put a picture right about now. You like it? Good. Okay. And then, so that's the only place where you can find that packed ice we talked about last video, where it's opaque and it won't melt like normal ice, and when you break it, it doesn't turn into water like normal ice does. So it's great for buildings and stuff.
Well, there may be in a future update a crafting recipe. Personally, I think there should be, and there
I feel
should be
like
4 ice in a square.
I feel like with a name like packed ice, it makes sense that there would be a crafting
Multiple
recipe
ice.
where you used
Condensed.
ice to pack it together. Okay, on to the next biome.
Which is Birch Forest.
Birch Forest. It's loading in now. Which the Birch Forest is not really anything like spectacular. It's just a
Pretty much
normal.
exactly the same as a normal forest. But
It's a normal
everything
forest,
is
but
birch.
everything is birch trees. There's not a single other tree but birch in the entirety of the Birch Forest. There's also a variation called there's Birch Hills, Birch Forest Hills, which are just on mountains, and it's not that big of a difference. Hey, look, there's another freaking dark forest over here in the corner.
Now we get onto a kind of mythical or pretty side of Minecraft.
More pretty side of Minecraft.
Flower forest.
The Flower Forest, and this is a forest. It's just a normal forest, but it spawns an enormous amount of flowers, like everywhere. You couldn't walk for the flowers, and they're just.
I don't think there would be a way to get through this without touching a flower.
Probably not, but it's just there's flowers everywhere, and it's really
Maze.
I think they really just designed this area so that it would be easier to get all the new flowers, and you didn't have to like mess around and have to bone mill random areas to try to find these flowers. You could just go to find a biome that had tons of them. Since you can't like breed flowers in Minecraft, you just had to go and find one of these things to get all your flower fixations, or go into creative mode like we do.
Now we go on to the sunflower plains.
Where are they at? Where are the sunflowers?
Which also took ages to find.
Which
as they face east.
I don't think they took ages to find. The problem was that when you,
We couldn't see them.
if you notice here, there's sunflowers there, and then if you turn to go to the other side, they disappear on you. So I think our problem was that we were flying over miles and miles of sunflowers, but we could not tell because they disappeared
As we were flying east.
As we were
The
flying.
opposite way of where the face of the sunflower faces.
As you can see, this is sunflower plains, and it's just got sunflowers everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. So it's like the flower forest, but with just sunflowers. Where are we off to next, Bob?
We are now off to the deep ocean.
Whee! Deep oceans. So these are just oceans that have become really a lot deeper, and I think one of the big changes they did in these is that instead of having like sand and dirt be the base, most of these have gravel at the bottom. And they've reserved kind of sand for beaches and stuff like that, so there's not as much there's not as much there. So what'd you say?
If you come to me, I'll give you a respiration helmet.
I think it's, what is that? That is new.
Lets you see under the water.
I don't care if I see under the water. It's just water. There's nothing in the water yet.
Then
Which
you can
hopefully
see
because
how
they've
deep it is.
because they decided to make this a lot deeper, I think they're working. I think this would be a great place for a new monster, like a kraken or something like that. Some kind of giant
Deep
beast
oceans.
that lived in
Maybe
like
they
a
could add
cave.
even deeper oceans. That go down to like 20 blocks deep. Called like a chasm. Even though it wouldn't be called a
Ooh,
chasm, it would
like
be called like a creek.
a nice creeks are a surface. They're small. What? They could have abysses. That would be nice.
Or a ridge. Like the mid-Atlantic
Have ourselves
ridge.
the Laurentian abyss down here in the middle of the ocean. And look at all these squid just like, hey, how you doing? Did you build this thing over here? This like ugly dock thing?
Yes, that's where we spawned.
Oh. Yay, ugly thing.
Okay, now we go to the Extreme Hills Plus biomes.
Extreme Hills Plus. So Extreme Hills Plus, what has changed for Extreme Hills Plus is that they're a
Or
little bit
extreme.
bigger. And they have a lot. Extreme Hills Plus, you can really tell because they have a lot more. This is an Extreme Hills Plus. They have a lot more stone in them, as well as having the ability to spawn spruce trees in them. See, like you wouldn't normally get this on a normal Extreme Hills, but the Extreme Hills Plus has spruce trees, and they have snow, and they are a lot more stone than dirt, unlike normal Extreme Hills. See, as you can tell, there's just like giant slabs of stone.
And on the subject of mountains,
On the subject of mountains,
I punched the button. Hence the delay.
this is the Great Gravel Mountain. These are what? These are Extreme Hills M.
These are
right?
Extreme Hills,
Extreme Hills
but
M, and
Extreme Hills.
these are gravel mountains. They've really tried to make gravel spawn more places. Like if gravel wasn't annoying enough already,
Gravel beaches, gravel mountains, gravel
yeah.
floors.
I don't know why they're trying to make gravel seem so important. It's not really
Didn't
that
they take
important.
gravel out of everything a couple of updates ago? And they've just added even more.
Yeah, maybe they felt bad for destroying the gravel. The
There
gravel
seems to be an
community.
abundance of gravel. Add it everywhere.
Look at this pretty waterfall. Okay, where are we off to next?
Melons!
Oh yay! Okay, now this is the jungles. Now nothing's really changed to jungles except they've allowed it so that there are more interspersing smaller trees, and they've added the ability for jungles to grow melons.
Kind of like the naturally spawning pumpkins. You know, have naturally spawning melon patches.
Which means you don't have to go dungeon diving anymore.
Except melons only spawn in jungles, unlike pumpkins that spawn pretty much everywhere.
But it's still a lot better to have them somewhere on the surface than having to dig through mines and try to find abandoned mine shafts and dungeons and stuff to try to get just a couple melon seeds. Now you can
And now,
just come up here and get some melons.
people have been complaining about the swamps not being swampy enough, and it seems Mojang have listened to their prayers and added, well, changed, overhauled the swamps.
Yeah,
Not massively,
swamps.
but they look more marshy than they used to.
Swamps are now able of spawning more watery areas interspersed with. Well, I don't know if it's more watery areas. It's just like more like in the old swamps. They used to be
Patchy. They're more patchy.
They used to be islands. There'd be like giant puddles, and then there'd be islands every so often. But now in this update, it still has a couple of islands, but it's more likely to spawn stuff like this, where it's smaller sections of land with little tiny puddles in between.
Swamps also seem to be a tad darker than
And
before.
they've also added that the grass color will change within swamps, so it'll be the normal swamp. The swamp color is actually lightened a bit, and then it's also able to change, as you can see here, where it goes from the darker color over there to a lighter color, and you can even see it over there. Even though it's so far away, you can still see that there's a color difference between the grasses there. They also added that swamps are now pretty much the only place you can get blue orchids, but that's nice, and it really gives them something, because now you're looking for swamps for blue orchids if you want blue orchids. And now we are off to where are we off to now?
Now we are to Forest
Whee!
hills.
Forest hills, which are just forest on a hill.
Simple as that.
Yeah, it's not really that big of a
All
difference.
forests are on hills, like Birch Forest. And pretty
Yeah,
much quite a lot of
a-
biomes have hills.
anything can get up there. See,
We just gave the example of forest hills.
this is a birch, and now this is a birch hill. Birch Forest and Birch Hills Forest, Birch Forest Hills. Anyway, but they've really tried to make it so that things are more integrated and stuff.
Now we're going on to a sub-biome and the final biome on our list, which is the jungle edge.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is the
This is the jungle edge
this is the
biome,
jungle
where,
edge.
simple as, it's on the edge of a jungle.
A bungle.
A jungle.
This is just I think it's Mojang's just way of trying to make the integrations between biomes more logical,
Blended.
so that it's not like jungle cliff ocean.
Even though this jungle biome kind of blended into another jungle biome. So
Yeah.
it's like jungle biome, jungle edge biome, jungle biome.
But still, it still makes it look better. So it's basically just a plains biome with
Less-
jungle trees growing in it instead of normal trees.
Less bushes.
Yeah. So it's basically just a thinning out of the main jungle biome. So you can and they got these weird trees that are kind of jungle. They're jungle trees, right? No, they're oak trees. These are like weird
These
oak
are oak
trees.
trees. I don't think these are part of the... Oh, so they are part of the jungle edge biome.
Yeah. So they got these. They got smaller jungle trees in this area as well as these new big oak trees growing. So it's really it's a really nice attempt to try to
They seem to have
blend things
upgraded, I guess you could say upgraded the oak trees, the large oak trees. So they actually look like they have branches coming off them and not just wood.
out. As you can see, here's a thinning out, and then it goes into a swamplands biome, and then it goes back into a. They've really tried to make it so they're blending better, and they've also tried to make the mechanic a lot better so that it's not jungle biome next to a frozen wasteland. They're trying
And
to
a
make
desert next to a frozen wasteland.
they're trying to make it so that warm biomes are next to warm biomes and cold biomes are next to cold biomes, and then they have
Yeah.
medium biomes in between.
Yeah. So you have the three categories: cold/frosty, snow-covered, medium, and dry/warm. So that's four. Fine.
Yeah, good job though. But
Snow-covered, cold, medium, dry, warm.
yep, and so they're really trying to make it so that biomes are more logical. And now, if we can get it to work, we're also going to take a look at the new amplified biomes, which are just basic biomes stretched out really wide to like sky level and stuff like that. So we're going to take a look at those here in a second. So we'll see
So-
you over there.
Zoop.
Welcome back, boys and squirrels. We are now taking a look at an amplified world. As you can see, in this amplified world, everything just stretches to as far as it can bloody well go. Now, several Mojang employers have said that this is not meant for actual gameplay as much because it is obviously very resource intensive, and I am lagging very hardcore on it. So they're just saying that you need a really beefy PC to even comprehend having a full scale game in this kind of world. But it does look amazing, and it was originally just Jeb playing around with lighting, and then they were like, keep it and we'll make something out of it. And so this is what happened. It's just any biome that you come across just gets stretched all the way to the top of the world.
Like this.
Like, see, this is this is not a jungle. This is a desert biome
Jungle.
that's been stretched as high as it'll go.
I say we punch this sand over here.
Where do you see sand?
Over here. So we should punch this. Look, watch, ready?
I didn't do anything, Bob. Oh, I lied. I did do something. Drop the boots.
Find some more of that. That sand looks cool.
Oh, good lord.
Some derpy sand. But yeah, these biomes are amplified as the name states.
They're just really stretched out biomes, and they're.
If you ever want an adventure,
I mean,
then
they
you
look
have a beefy computer.
they look amazing, but you can't really think about logically playing on them with any PC less than like God.
They go right up to the sky limit.
They're so resource intensive. I mean, I'm getting like 6 frames per second right now. As you can tell, I'm lagging.
The max height is 256. I'm currently on top of a tree at 255.
So they will stretch as far as they can stretch, and sometimes they even stretch over. So that makes them extremely fun, but it also makes them extremely, but just words. Just it's not always a good thing.
So, I guess this concludes.
This concludes our little look into this most recent snapshot for Minecraft, and we hope you enjoyed. Take a look at our other video over on Bob's channel, which will be annotated in the video if I can get that to work, and it'll also be annotated in the drop-down boxy bar thing. Yeah, for any mobile users. And we'll see you next time.
We hope to make an update on the next snapshot.
Which shouldn't be too far out, which technically there's already another snapshot, but I think the only real thing they fixed in it was mesas and stuff like that. I think it was just Grum trying to get that fixed. Anyway.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.